Victoria Beckham was no stranger to high-profile gatherings. From her days as posh spice to her reign as a fashion mogul, she had graced red carpets, fashion weeks, and A-list events with effortless sophistication. But when the golden-edged invitation arrived at her London home, even she felt a thrill of anticipation. Her Majesty requests the pleasure of your company at a private dinner hosted by His Royal Highness, King Charles III, at Buckingham Palace. The Beckhams were no strangers to royalty. David had been knighted, and they had attended various royal functions over the years. But this dinner was different. It wasn't just another formal event, it was an intimate evening, one that carried weight amid whispers of tensions between the Sussexes and the rest of the royal family. Victoria knew the press would be watching, dissecting every detail of her presence, what she wore, how she spoke, and, of course, how she styled her hair. Time to make a statement, she murmured to herself as she unfolded the invitation. The look. For Victoria, fashion wasn't just about looking good, it was about crafting a message without uttering a word. As she stepped into her personal dressing suite, her team was already waiting, anticipating the direction she would take. Her longtime hairstylist, Jason Collier, held up a sleek, glossy hairpiece. "I have an idea," he said, eyes gleaming. "A sky-high ponytail. Think modern royalty meets fashion-forward power." Victoria raised an arched brow. "High?" she questioned. "As high as your influence," Jason quipped. She smirked. "Let's do it." For the next 2 hours, the team worked meticulously. Jason slicked her chestnut-brown hair into a gravity-defying ponytail, polished to perfection. It cascaded down her back in a waterfall of silk, swaying with every movement. It was bold. It was commanding. It was quintessential Victoria Beckham. She paired the statement ponytail with a custom midnight blue gown from her own collection, minimalist yet striking, with structured shoulders and a delicate train that trailed behind her like a whisper of regality. As she stepped in front of the mirror, she exuded nothing short of power and elegance. "This," she said, tilting her head slightly to admire the ponytail's perfect arch, "is how you make an entrance." The royal arrival. The flashbulbs began the moment she and David arrived at Buckingham Palace. Cameras clicked in rapid succession, capturing every angle of her meticulously crafted look. But it wasn't just the paparazzi that took notice. The moment Victoria stepped into the grand dining hall, murmurs rippled through the room. The ponytail was a work of art. It towered above her, its sleekness almost architectural. It was regal yet modern, a nod to both her high-fashion empire and the traditional elegance required at a royal affair. Seated among dignitaries, politicians, and influential figures, Victoria held herself with composed grace. Across the room, King Charles III himself noticed the effect. A faint smile played on his lips as he leaned toward Queen Camilla. "I dare say, Victoria's hair might be the tallest in the room," he murmured with amusement. Camilla chuckled. "And yet, she wears it like a crown." The conversation. Over the course of the evening, Victoria engaged in conversation with various guests. But it was when King Charles himself approached her that the true weight of the night settled in. "Victoria," he greeted warmly, extending his hand. "You look resplendent this evening." She dipped her head respectfully. "Your Majesty, thank you. It's an honor to be here." His gaze flickered upward for a brief moment before he chuckled. "And I must say," he added, "your ponytail appears to be defying the laws of gravity. Quite the statement." Victoria smirked. "I do believe fashion should always reach for new heights." "Well," he said, eyes twinkling, "you've certainly outdone us all tonight." The conversation shifted naturally, moving from fashion to philanthropy. Victoria, ever the businesswoman, seized the opportunity to discuss her work in sustainable fashion, an issue she knew aligned with the King's advocacy for environmental causes. "I've been working on incorporating ethical materials into my collections," she explained. "It's not just about luxury, it's about responsibility." King Charles nodded approvingly. "That's precisely the direction the industry must take." As they spoke, photographers discreetly captured the moment, and within minutes, social media exploded. Victoria Beckham's sky-high ponytail is the real queen of Buckingham Palace tonight. King Charles and Posh Spice bonding over fashion? We love to see it. Someone get Victoria Beckham a royal title. That is a crown-worthy look. The aftermath. As the dinner concluded and the Beckhams bid farewell, Victoria felt a sense of satisfaction. She had made a statement, not just through fashion, but through presence, poise, and purpose. The next morning, newspapers and online outlets were ablaze with headlines. Victoria Beckham steals the show at royal dinner. Her sky-high ponytail makes history. Move over, tiaras. Victoria Beckham's hair rules the palace. And just like that, Victoria Beckham had once again proven why she remained a force to be reckoned with, not just in fashion, but in the art of leaving an unforgettable impression.